rumble in the jungle. I'm coming to pummel them and knock them out with one blow. You fumbling with the sticks and don't know where your thumbs go.
Hey everybody, it's Clements, and I'm here with Charles Agnette from the Xbox team. Hi Charles.
What's up, Ryan?
And we are here to talk about a little grudge match between Street Fighter 4 and BlazBlue.
Who will come out on top? Fight!
Even though I love both games, today I'm going to be arguing on the side of BlazBlue, and Charles is going to be talking about Street Fighter 4, and we're going to butt heads over this.
Yeah, because clearly Street Fighter's a better game. Okay, so what do you like so much about BlazBlue?
What's great about BlazBlue is that it combines this awesome cast of characters with an incredibly balanced fighting system that mixes a lot of the stuff that Guilty Gear had, which was the developer's previous franchise, with a lot of much more approachable strategies. So you have the drive system, which basically allows characters to do something cool with just a button press, but you also have all the advanced techniques and combos that you would expect from a really deep fighting game. And it really is that cast that drives it home for me. I think that the Street Fighter cast gets really repetitive. Even though they're the original fighting game cast, I still think that BlazBlue has it in that regard.
Okay, so it sounds to me like you're a little jaded and maybe have no respect for gaming history, but I mean, one of the things I really appreciate about Street Fighter is the fact that there's a basic set of command entries that will perform almost all the moves in the game. So in that sense, it's really accessible, and the approach to battle is then figuring out which moves work best in what situations, and you don't have to sit there and worry about what inputs you're putting in. And something like BlazBlue, it seems like I saw at one point there was a giant bow stick flying around the level independent of a character, and I didn't know what was happening.
In BlazBlue, though, you can do the similar command inputs for other characters, but you are right in that a lot of the characters in BlazBlue have independent control systems that you need to learn as a separate entity from, the general control scheme. So, for example, one character, yes, she has a flying bow staff that's flying around the ring. Another character is actually controlling a puppet at the same time that you're controlling the character. So there's definitely harder, more difficult characters to use in BlazBlue, and I agree with that, but I think that gives players who are really hardcore about fighting games something to learn, something to master, and it makes each and every character in BlazBlue an entirely different fighter.
Moving on from that, I guess one of the things I really appreciated about Street Fighter was the graphics. Like the 3D character models I thought just looked fantastic, and it was something I was a little nervous about, hesitant about, until I really got to sit down and spend some time with the game, and they just animate so well, and it makes the game experience so much better, especially on a large TV. And I just didn't get that sense so much from BlazBlue, because I know it's more 2D stuff.
Oh, it's mostly 2D stuff. Yeah, I mean, Street Fighter 4 is a fantastic looking game, but I love the sprites in BlazBlue. The character designs play a huge role in that artistic style, and also the backgrounds I think are way more interesting in BlazBlue than in Street Fighter, just because they have so much more personality, and they are in 3D. So if you hate sprites, which that's what it seems you're saying, you can at least look at the backgrounds.
Okay, so one of the things I like about Street Fighter 4 Online is, now a lot of people have stopped playing as Ken all the time, so it's not like everyone is playing the same character, so there's a nice mix. I think there's a great balance between the characters. I have a lot of fun with that, and the online interface has been improved a lot since the game launched. Plus you get tiny little pictures and titles that unlock as you do sweet stuff in the game, and I really don't see how that can be beat.
Tiny little pictures and titles, that's your big argument, huh?
That is correct, tiny pictures.
I think what BlazBlue does really well is begins to connect a community of gamers that was previously not so connected. Whereas Street Fighter has mass appeal already, now the BlazBlue Online is bridging a bunch of gaps, and it's bringing a lot of really hardcore gamers together that were previously not able to play online.
So, I mean, what you're saying is Street Fighter's better because it has more people online, and the BlazBlue community is going to die out.
No, what I'm saying is that eventually Street Fighter will have everyone play as Ken again, and it will be the most obnoxious thing possible.
It's alright, I already figured out the strategy for that.
And what is it?
Street Fighter's a better game.
K.O.
Alright, well, with Street Fighter 4, I think it's just the character balance, the amount of people playing online, the fact that I can always find a match, and just the accessibility of the gameplay is just something that's going to keep me in there and keep me playing for a while. Plus, I really like the graphics in that game.
It's understandable. I think that ultimately, though, BlazBlue, with its better cast, its better presentation, a really good story mode, and ridiculously awesome music, I think that it really appeals not only to that hardcore Japanese-style audience, but it also opens up that type of franchise a little bit more, makes it more accessible. Even though Street Fighter 4 is awesome, it still did not have an awesome story mode.
Yeah, well, honestly, I don't think people are sitting there playing the story mode over and over again. Most people head online after clearing the story, and in that respect, I think Street Fighter 4 is definitely the place to stay.
Well, you can have fun with a cast that contains 7 of the same character, and they all share similar moves.
This is not Mortal Kombat, sir.
I don't know, but considering that Ken, Ryu, Akuma, Goken, and all of them have very similar movesets.
Well, if you'd played the game, you'd know that they're actually very different movesets.
Oh, I know that they're different. Don't you rub this in my face! I will come over there and choke you! Okay, well, for more on this epic battle between BlazBlue and Street Fighter 4, head over to IGN.com.
Bloody high claw! K.O.